Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I just popped out in my hover vessel to pick up the remains of the minigun of the drone attacks. Got myself a little bit of meat. Well, there you can see I've made some progress on the base. I've put in some little access ramps. Got to shrink down the hover level though if we're going to fit inside. So I can move it over here. And leave. Oops. Still a bit dark in here, haven't put in any lights and so on. We're going to go up and have a look at the progress, but let me just get this food squared away. Alright, so we've got 4 raw meat. So we'll cook those up. So I'm mainly living off grilled steaks, but also some cheese. I'm going to make some popcorn, stuff like that. Let's put the mule milk away as well. Picked up some bullets, so I'll throw that in the ammunition place. And we've got some cobalt alloy, some fuel packs. But I'll probably hang on to those. I just made some more steel and concrete blocks. Right, so someone made a comment on the last episode, and I'm afraid I forgot to check the name, saying that basically I've got a few too many pillars in here. And I can probably remove some of them, so we might experiment with that in a moment. But let's go up to the top, and you can see what I've done. Oops. Right, so this is going to be the gardening level. So we're going to have plots 3x3. So this is like 36 gardening plots, and it's going to be times 4 on that. So that's quite a few. Okay, so here I've already removed the extra pillars. What I'm hoping is that maybe I can actually get away with just these pillars here, which run all the way down to the bottom, and the ones along the walkway. And we might actually be able to have this be open. So the way we're going to test this is... That was not the key I wanted. That was the key I wanted. We'll show structural integrity. So you can see here, this bright green, this is because there's a pillar under there. Now there is a bit of a change on this upper level, where because I wanted to be able to have this ramp here, I actually removed the pillar from here going up and put this one here temporarily. But that shouldn't change our plans, because the lower floors, you know, it still has a pillar at that point on the lower floor. So let's go here. So we're talking about removing, leaving those square pillars there, the ones running down the corridor, because these are going to be corridors, I think. We're going to have like a doorway here, which will lead to the elevator shaft. And then this will be a doorway. And then like these are going to be separate rooms. But we're talking about removing these ones here. So I'm told that as long as this remains green, even if it isn't bright green, we're going to be safe. So we're going to try disassembling this from the top down. That is still green. Of course, this one's still here. That's still all green. I mean, we do have a number of pillars going around the edges, plus these ones here. Right, so this is going to be the crucial one. That still looks okay. I mean, some of them are quite dark, but I think we might get away with that. So which side are we doing? This one here. No, I think this is going to be fine. And so that opens up this entire space here for my rooms. Okay, so I can be working on that off camera. N, turn that off. Let's go back up the top. So you can see I've started putting in the glass. And I think it's working quite well. Let me see if I've got some window blocks. Okay, so it's the 1x1 corner. So the way I'm making these is you put row of those like that. Oops, wrong key. Then obviously you need the inverted ones. Let me see if I can actually find a triangle. And then they can pop on like that. Now I'm hoping that, well, I mean, I think it should be able to support the weight of a glass roof going across at this level. The only other thing I want to do is, these are a bit too blocky, these beams running across. So I think I want a little bit of curvature on this. So I'm thinking row of these, like that. So when you're inside, you know, it'll be a nice sort of smooth curve going up. And in these corner bits, I should be able to use this one here. Is that the right way round? That's already the right way round. So there'll be that one there, that one there. I'm starting to get a feel for how these blocks fit together. It's a bit slow going, but I'm starting to sort of get there. Right, so I'm gonna... it's still very square there, but I suppose there might be another piece that can go in there. Ooh, that's nice. So it's nice and rounded now. The question is will I be able to fit glass in? Well, we do have some glass with rounded edges. There's only two bits of glass that appear to curve in the right way. And I can't quite get it to match up. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to have the rounded edge there. Well, I can experiment with it and work on it. So I think that's what I'll do now, is I'll take out those extra pillars. I'll try and get the top glassed, because we need a stable environment if we're going to start growing crops, and I want to do that as soon as possible. I also might want to move power and stuff. Well, not move power. I'll probably just make some extra power generators and fuel tanks and put them in at the bottom. And then I'm going to need a lot more concrete and wooden slabs to finish making the walls. So I think it's coming along quite nicely. So I'll see you once I've finished doing all that stuff. Okay, so I ran out of glass, meaning I need silicon, and the nearest silicon deposit is this one here. The only problem is that there's a comm center there, and yep, oof, I don't think I can take this one on right now. I don't think there's any safe way to approach that silicon deposit without that comm center, which is in a very domineering position right on the top of that hill, just taking me out. How much damage did it just do to my poor little ship? Well, the spotlight on the front got a bit damaged, but otherwise we're okay. So let's remove the waypoint on this. Can I remove the waypoint on this? Apparently not. Waypoint, remove on approach, accept. Okay, I don't know what that's going on about. So I need another silicon deposit. I've discovered 4 of 5 of them. The one that was over here somewhere, I've exhausted. So, is there another silicon deposit around? Okay, there's one all the way over here. Waypoints. Move on approach. Okay, so while we're here, let's get some more meat. This is always good. If I can get these guns to aim. Come on. Ah, oh well. Come on. Exit. Let's grab this meat. Only one. Ugh. I really looking forward to getting a garden up and running so I don't have to keep coming out and hunting these poor little creatures. I hope that silicon deposit is not at the top of that massive mountain. Probably is. Oops. Hit the O key, level out. Yes, you can see the glass is coming in quite nicely. Having a bit of trouble working out the pattern for the roof so it sort of looks even, but it's getting there. Oh, back off, back off. Got them both. Okay, that should be enough food to get me a little longer once I cook those up. Oh, there's some nice rock here. Always worth grabbing. Well, not always worth grabbing. Sometimes it doesn't give you a thing. Stone removal. That's some copper. At the moment, I'm mainly using silicon, iron, and concrete. If I want more crushed stone, then I can just dig into a mountain anywhere. See that crushed stone shooting up? That's 33, 39. This is just so much better than trying to dig out the crushed stone by hand. Make a little hole. Right, let's try and get up and over this mountain to reach the silicon deposit. It's quite cold up here, -20. I need some more vertical thrusters on this thing. You know, the sort of boost jump that it's got. This ship's a bit too heavy for it. I think my cockpit's taken a bit of damage. You can see the cracks on the window. Stone removal. A little bit of copper. Some iron. Little bits and pieces here and there help top me up. This silicon deposit is not easy to get to. It's 18 meters down. But I think this is as close as we're going to get to it. Now, I'm still actually doing the normal mining with my hand drill. It's just easier to do it with the drone than try and get the hover vessel down there. Oh, okay, it's too cold here for my spacesuit. Right, it's minus 23, and my comfort zone on my suit is only up to minus 10. Right, that's an issue. There are things you can plug into suits to make them more resilient. Okay, resource mining. Let's see if we can dig down with this thing. Okay, that isn't too bad. I'm sort of pulling down on the mouse. Just hope the ship doesn't get stuck in there. Sort of widen this hole out a bit so I don't get stuck in it. There's going to be plenty of concrete as well. Okay, so there it is. I'm trying to reach the exposed stuff. Come on. It's just sort of floating there, and it won't let me actually dig it. Resource mining. That's one. There we go. Well, if we do just end up with these balls just sort of floating there, I suppose I can just grab them quickly on foot. I can survive a little bit of time in the cold. Oh. Don't want to get stuck. Right, we're ending up in quite a deep hole here. Let's try and get out of this hole we're in. Where's the sky? I wish that would go away. Come on. There we go. Able to jump boost out. Right, let's brave the cold for a few seconds. To grab some of this exposed stuff. Okay, so I've got 115 silicon on me, and if we check my cargo box, there's another 122 in there. Okay, that should last me a little bit longer. Where's my base? heading towards the sunrise as well. Okay, we may as well be polite and use the door. The first thing I want to do is process the food. Actually, no, the first thing I want to do is throw the silicon in here and start making more windows. Window blocks, L. Let's grab half the milk and make some more cheese. Right, so let's go on up and I'll show you what I've done so far with the ceilings and what the floors look like. You can see that without these pillars here, this is a nice amount of space. Now I'm thinking of putting solid walls in here. Just get the concrete blocks just to sort of give it a think. What I'm thinking is rather than full blocks, if I use these walls, like this on both sides, this is sort of how I'm thinking I'm going to sort of do the base. That's the timer for the end of the episode, but we'll just sort of, you know, look at stuff a bit. I'm not necessarily going to do this on the basement level though, because I want those fly-through paths for the doors, for the hover vehicles. But the idea is that way you can then have a door in here. Like so. So the corridor won't seem too cramped. I just don't want it to be one wide all the way along the corridor, because I think that's going to feel very claustrophobic. Some of these walls could be made of glass. And then obviously on the inside you're going to have a nice large room that's going to be, you know, up to a quarter of the size. It could be further subdivided if I want. So this one here is going to be sort of like the living level with cooking and a bed, shower, that sort of stuff. And up here, as we said, is the garden. And I just started to sort of work out how I want this glass roof to be. And I think it's going to work out pretty well. It's going to be nice and tall and airy, and we'll be able to see the sky. What I need to do is on some of these, they need to be reversed. Change and rotate. See that it's making it so it's not dark. That way it matches all the other windows. And I think this is going to look quite nice. I've no idea what sort of texture and painting scheme I'm going to put on this yet. It's a lot of work though. This is why I'm not really building on camera, because it does take a long time. Even with the symmetry axis, which I am using. Okay, so hopefully in the next episode we'll be able to completely seal in this room at least. I'm thinking I can put a force field there, if I've got the tech for it. Force field emitter blocks. Let's unlock that. I'd also like the repair bay. So let's see if we can quickly build both of those before we end. Cancel those. Okay, give me one force field. And where's the repair bay? I cannot spot the repair bay. Base. Repair bay. It's called a repair bay. I'm very confused by this. I cannot see where the repair bay is. I mean, I did a filter on it, on the word repair, and nothing's there. I've gone through every item here, and I cannot see the repair bay. If someone who knows this game better than I do can tell me where to find the repair bay, I would be very grateful. Yeah, so on the lower floors, the elevator is going to have doors and be sort of sealed in, but I want this level to just be nice and open. So we can use this force field emitter. Just do a 1 by 1. And I think we can just place it there. Ah, that's the wrong way around. We don't want it to be vertical. Let's disassemble. Okay, so we need to... So that was vertical. That's also vertical. That might do it. There we go. So I don't like the way it pokes up, because that gets in the way. But we might just have to live with that unless we think about doing this a bit differently. But for now, this will actually put an air seal on this room. So once all the windows are in, this thing will always maintain a steady temperature. Incidentally, when I lost power to my base that time, all the plants which were in the base died because the grow lights went out. So that isn't really ideal. So yeah, so probably going to want some more solar panels at some point. So for now, we just need to get the large constructor to keep making more glass. Another 100 blocks. And I can put the symmetry axis up and I can keep building this roof in. And once this is sealed, I then need to work out how I'm going to suspend grow lights over these plots. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that. I might just have to sort of build up some form of support up from the ground there that then sort of goes across and down again. So I will work that out. Hopefully in the next episode we will actually be able to start farming in here and start moving stuff into these other floors. So I can sort of abandon the starter shed and then we can start thinking about decoration. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.